there's benefit in kind is going to be zero from April on.
So from the 6th of April, if you buy an electric car, there's no benefit in kind tax. So basically, if you have a limited company and the company buys the car for you and you drive it personally, you've got private use, generally speaking, depending on the CO2 emissions and the value of the car, you've got to pay a tenner tax. It usually isn't worth doing. But if you buy an electric car from the 6th of April, there's 0% benefit in kind tax in that year. So 2020, 2021, 0. 2021, 2022, you pay 1%. And 2022, 2023, if I've got the years right, you pay 2%. So it makes good sense to buy an electric car through your company.
So leasing or buying off? What is?
You can do either or, because you still get caught by benefit in kind tax. So you can have a contract hire if you want, or you can buy it outright and do a hire purchase agreement. It doesn't matter which.
Can you do the same with partnership as well?
No, in a partnership you can have an electric car, but there's no benefit in kind in tax because you and your partner are the business as such. Okay, so therefore there's no. It's not a separate legal entity. With a company, separate legal entity, yeah.
So can you offset your the expense of your?
You offset your expenses, but then you say, I've driven 20,000 miles in this particular year. I've used 4,000 miles personal use, 16,000 miles business use. So you say 20% of the costs are personal, 80% are business. So you claim 80% for business purposes. The other 20% is disallowable. Limited company, you claim the whole lot, and you just pay benefit in kind tax. But obviously, if there's no benefit in kind tax, then the whole cost goes to the company. If you have a company and the company pays for the fuel, you've got to pay even more tax on top. But obviously, there's no fuel with an electric car, so you're not going to have a problem with that. So if you can buy an electric car, I know they are expensive, like a Tesla or whatever, it's good. But even if you have a hybrid, the rates are pretty low at the moment because the government's incentivizing you to go green.
Is that only through limited company? Can you do that through an LLP as well?
You can do that through an LLP, but there's no benefit in kind tax on an LLP either.
It's still much better going through a limited.
If you have a limited company and you want to buy a car, get an electric car. But if you already have an LLP, Mark, there's no point setting up a limited company. Just run through that. Yeah. And don't just buy an electric car just for the tax advantage, because but you could end up buying a 70, 80 grand Tesla. Don't just do that just because it's got tax benefits. You got to work out, does it work in your circumstances, and is it right for you? Yeah. Don't let the tax tail wag the dog. The worst thing you can do. But bear in mind what the tax consequences are and think, how can I change my business or transaction to make the tax work for me, rather than just focusing on the tax alone. Yeah, tax is a consideration, okay, amongst a number of other considerations. So don't be kind of just focus on the tax. Just see it as an icing on the cake.